Hello, in this video, I'm going to install Oracle 12.2 database on top of my created VM. In my previous lab, I have created Oracle Linux 8. I have cloned this in case I need it in the future. Now, I'm going to connect to this running Oracle Linux 8 using my SSH connection. I have connected to it using root password. At the same time, I'm uploading Oracle installed Linux 12.2 from Oracle Database OTP, OTN Technology, Oracle Technology Network. I have downloaded this, you can find it from Oracle Google, and I have opened this document to install Oracle Linux. This document can be found in Oracle Help Center. Go to the database, release 12.2. Why 12.2, not 19? Because in my later lab, I'm going to upgrade from 12.2 to 19c. Here, in this document, I have selected Oracle installation guide for Linux. There is a list of contents, checklist and minimum requirement and other things. You can use RPM directly to install and create the prerequisite. And here I have reached this step of configuring, creating the prerequisite of this installation. So I'm starting with this, creating this level of group as a for the system installation. So I'm copying this group add. I can use this copy directly, or I can copy this, and I will go here. I will create the prerequisite app. There is automatic pre-installation. However, on this lab, I'm going to use the manual one. Manual will show us step by step exactly what's happened. There is a list of groups need to be created. Some of them ASM, for example, we don't need it. We need it only for grid. However, I'm going to create everything in case this lab being used in the future for any grid installation cluster where request will be already generated. So I'm creating the groups on Pi1. This is to determine whatever is installed before. This is the main group need to be created before all groups because this will be the main inventory owner. Then we are going to create the users and inventory. So we are going to create a user with this ID. It's called Oracle and it's part of all these groups as shown here. In case we are going to use a grid for cluster where we may create this from now. Create it. However, I'm not going to install a grid right now, just in case. Environment requirement, grid and Oracle already been installed. So now I have to set up the passwords for both. I have to make sure the UMask, which should be by default already created. Path, display settings. So let me set the password for Oracle user. I will use Oracle 123, Oracle 123 again. Now I have to switch to Oracle user to make sure. Yes, here you can see everything for bash profile, for example. Then we will use this profile setting. So now we have create Oracle user. Modify groups to make sure, however, we already created this checklist for Oracle user. Yes, here is it. There is a limitations, configurations for U limit. We can use this to make sure we have the minimum requirement for this U limit. We are in the Oracle user. This is 1024. That's correct. Will hard limit. Soft limit was correct. Soft limit 262144. This need to be adjust with this. So how we can adjust this? This can be adjusted by text, not text. That's matching the request as per the document. Then I have to save it, WQ. Yes. Okay, there is no right. Why? Because I'm running in the Oracle user. So I have to be Q from this. Exit. Same thing, I will use it here. Using root user only. We are. So we have used it. Let me switch to Oracle again. This has been configured. What else as per the document? It's revert back. So these should be already set in the document there in the pre-request. Setting a remote. So we have to use Oracle OTN to download. This is supported for Red Hat 8. These packages, all these packages need to be set up. So I'm going to copy these packages. Can use this one, mod++ to modify all these packages and other packages. DNF, install these packages. And I can put after install one option directly. So it will not ask me -y. That means yes, directly install. So I will put it here as well. It's for client only, I don't need it. This is for RAG, this is for others. So with this, I should intelligent platform, even this, I don't need it. So I'm going to copy all these, going back to my lab. To install packages, I need to go back to root user, paste these packages. So now it will going to install all these packages. Yes, this is the checking kernel parameter. This is the minimum setting for this kernel. Let me check this for installation. So this kernel should be met with the minimum file setting. Where shall we put this? This can be put in the etc sysctl configuration. So once this finish, I can create this, the kernel etc sysctl.conf. Go to the end. Here I have already created. Let me pass it here. You can find this in the document to prepare it in normal text pad. Just make it here. However, after creating this in the etc sysctl, we have to use this command, sysctl space -p, to write this in the kernel parameter. So all these parameter has been configured permanently to create Oracle homes, creating what they call it Oracle flexible architecture to make sure that all Oracle has been installed with the best practice installation. Very easy installation. Oracle data will be database directory. We are going to use it later on. Here I'm going to change the mode of this directory. On its Oracle. Done. This will be our database recovery file, directory fast recovery area. In case we are going to configure this, I'm going to create it later on. We may use it just in case. Maybe right now I'm not going to use this. However, it's preferred to create all prerequisite configuration. So now we have created. What else in the configuration? I have already uploaded this here. I can directly unzip Linux. Here we go. We have unzipped the file, and we will have a run installer inside this unzipped file. The database directory, let me run it. This will invoke the Oracle Universal Installer, the GUI wizard where we are going to install the Oracle instance and database. So it has been invoked now. This is the GUI, Java GUI. It will be here. Should have X host, or what's this? Oracle database is not supported in this operating system. How it's come? We have checked the certification, and Oracle 12c is certified against the Oracle Linux 8 or Red Hat 8. So shall I continue or not? Let me check here. And as per the Oracle installation, or Red Hat or Oracle Linux 12, 8, there is a bug. So in order to fix this, we have to run this command. That will let the installer. So I will not continue this. Exit from here. I will run this command prior to do this. So let me do this. Export. It was small left here. And then we clear this. Here is it. It will be by running this export or copy paste this one, CV. Assume the distribution dist ID equal to my OS. I am using Oracle Linux 8, and by this, the installer will be assumed in the checklist as a distribution Oracle 7. That's only because there is a bug from an installer. Definitely it will be fixed, or there will be RU or something to fix this. However, right now, with the base 12.1, I have to run this. Otherwise, the installer will not run with me. And it will consider that this OS release is not supported. So don't worry if this comes to you, just run it. Again, we have to, based on the documentation and Oracle certification, this 12c over Oracle 8 or Red Hat 8 is certified. So first page is security update and email ID guest thing. Mostly it will not be configured. I will just pass this. Installation time. Create and configure database in one step. No, I will only install the database software, the binary file. I will not do upgrade in this installation. Later on, I can configure the database by running DBCA. I will have different video to do database configuration assistant and do this. So let's install this database. Binary only. Which type of database? There's three options. Single instance. Yes, this is what we are going to do, because rack and rank need to have a prerequisite. A lot of prerequisites need to be configured. It's called under the grid infrastructure need to be installed. Then we have to select one of this based on our choice. Rank is active, rack 1 is active, passive. We are not going in this tunnel now. We have only server installed, so we will have a single database for this installation. Enterprise standard different feature. Enterprise with full features will be standard edition 2, as it's a full feature data managed solution ideally. So it's a medium-sized business to include Oracle rank cluster for this one. They have completed, however, mainly two different features and two different price based on your license you will choose. However, in general, Enterprise Edition is the common used. All big business will use this with its full features will be available here. Here, there will be a certain selected feature will be available for you. So in my lab, I'm going to test. So I will go with Enterprise Edition to get a full feature. Oracle Home and Software Base or Software Location is already picked up because we already configured this in the .batch profile. Otherwise, we have to mention this path. I am following optimal flexible architecture. This is the Oracle best path configure common use everywhere. So it will be very easy to follow document, to have another engineer work on your server later on. to follow this OFA, the abbreviated Optimal Flexible Architecture. I do recommend this, and Oracle already recommend this in their documentation. So let me click next. Inventory, where the files inventory will be as a base for this. Let me click next here. The groups assigned for each will keep it as it's. And here the pre-request check. Let's see what result will come to us. It's doing kernel packages installed or not. There's 2 packages need to be installed. However, we can ignore this, or we have to install the needed packages. If you check the packages in the installation, whether these 2 packages is in the prerequisite really or not. Why? Because we have configured this workaround to be Oracle Linux 7. Maybe the pre-checks of this is part of Oracle Red Hat 7 only. So I already have checked these 2 packages. It's not part of Red Hat 7. Sorry, Red Hat 8 prerequisite. So we can safely ignore these packages. Even if you check in the internet, you will find these packages is not part of Oracle 12 on Red Hat 8. So because the assumptions there, it was assumed that this will be Oracle. However, other kernels and RAM and memory already checked and passed, so I can safely ignore this because there's a bug with this only, and we know this. Let me click next. Yes, I will impact and take the risk because I know these packages. I click next, and here we go. Installation will continue. Let's wait this to be continued. Finish, then we will get our databases. Now, this window, we have to run 2 scripts using root user. We copy the first one, coming here using root user, enter, first one done, do the second one, copy, yes. Do you want to set up a TFA? No, I don't want to set up it now, that's it, configured. So I have done this step, just okay. Installation has been installed successfully. So now, what's last one? Database configuration assistant. Why it's not fun? Because I have to export Oracle home and others. Instantly home. This is my Oracle home. So let me use this and enter it in the bash profile and export it here. Export Oracle home equal this. And after that, export path equal path and Oracle home pin. Now if I switch to Oracle again, Oracle 1, 2, 3, this bash will be invoked so I can use all Oracle pin directly as I configured here. So I have installed the Oracle binary level. I will configure DBCA database configuration assistant to create and manage a template. I have a template, so I can invoke it here. It says have already installed, or I can directly create a database from scratch. We may also use advanced configuration instead of simple typical configuration, where we will use the customize. Let me use transactional database. This is the common. The instance single will be here. So this will be Oracle's ID. I will not create it as a container. We keep it as its or RCL. This ID or RCL. This is the command used now for our lab. We can use the template or use the following for storing the database file. We'll talk about this database file later on. Our data will be here. My files will be here. We can use Oracle OMF. We will use this later on and see how this will be configured as well. Can specify fast recovery area. This also, we will use it later. Enabling archiving, we will do this later. Just do a simple create a new listener, even using this, or I can create later on a listener. I click links to ask me to provide a listener name. Listener. No vault, no label security. Memory. Yes. Can use directly 1 GB. It will be configured 40% of this here. Later on, we can configure this. Keep it as its sizing, process, characteristics, connection mode dedicated. Let me add sample schema to my lab so I can play with this, or even later on I can add and keep it as its for time being. EM, let me keep it as its. Mostly we will not use it. Sys and sys user, system user, I'm using sys and configure it for sys. It's not complex, yes, I know that. Create database, nothing more or less. Mission parameter, we can configure it here if something needed to be configured. Otherwise, we can just click on finish and database will be installed here with this instance configuration details. While this is being installed, let me come here to switch to Oracle and add the last Oracle configuration. Export Oracle ID for ORCL as we did there. We can directly configure this. I can use this command as this or switch user to invoke this. So once this is completed, we will be able to directly connect to our database. With this page, that means we have installed our ORCL. So we can close. Our installation has been completed. If you remember, just to show you last thing, we have added ORCL here and we have run it. So we can now connect to our database using this command SQL plus. Now we can select the status of our database. We can select open mode from the database. And we will see that our database is read write. We can check the status as well from the instance level and it's open. That's it for installing and configuring instance an Oracle database in this video. I hope you enjoy it and see you in next video. Thank you.